Evil swept across Uvalde yesterday.
Tonight, inside the hell, there was an American grade school. Officers running in, ready to take a life or give their own life if need be.
We need to respond to South Grove and Mill Street to establish a perimeter.
New details emerging tonight. The 18-year-old male shooter entering a back door of Robb Elementary School, barricading himself inside a classroom for nearly an hour. Third and fourth graders who were in the middle of their day suddenly thrust in the middle of chaos and violence.
It's honestly just so sick and disgusting to have the intent to kill, to go to a little kid's school and wish them harm. I mean, they're babies.
The killer opening fire, taking the life of at least 19 students and 2 of their teachers. Among those murdered, Irma Garcia and Eva Morales, who had taught at the school for nearly 2 decades.
How much did it mean to her to work there?
Knowing her as a human being, she put her 150% into everything.
Amber Ibarra is Morales' cousin. They grew up together in Uvalde, just around the corner from the elementary school.
She was an amazing mom. She raised an amazing, strong daughter. She's so loved, and my intention is just to honor her name and let people know she was just such an amazing, kind-hearted human being.
And portraits of the young lives ended beginning to become clear. Rogelio Torres, whose mother called him a smart and loving child. Eliana Torres, cousins Annabelle Rodriguez and Jackie Cazares. 10-year-old Xavier Lopez. Osea Garcia, whose grandfather said was the sweetest little boy he'd ever known. Jace Luavanos and his cousin Jayla Salguero. McKenna Lee Elrod and Alethea Ramirez.
She was my artist. She had a lot of talent.
Emery Jo Garza, who turned 10 years old 2 weeks ago.
She was artistic. I mean, she was smart. She was her own person. She was a leader. She didn't try to be like anybody. She wanted to do things the way she wanted to do them.
My colleague David Mears spoke to her father earlier today.
If you had a chance to get another moment with your daughter, what you would say to her?
I'm eternally grateful that I'm glad that God put me in her life and her in mine, that I had the opportunity to be her father, that she made me proud. And she did good, and she was a phenomenal person, and my love for her was beyond measure.
It was just before noon on Tuesday when the alleged gunman shot his own grandmother at home after an argument before taking his grandparents' truck and crashing it near Robb Elementary.
The crash alerts school police officers, and they immediately confront the gunman, who emerges from the car with an AR-15 style rifle and starts to fire at officers. At one point, he moves into the school, and when he enters a classroom, that's where he barricades himself.
The alleged shooter, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, shooting 3rd and 4th graders along with their teachers.
To all in that unit, stand by. Do not attempt to get closer. We got shots fired.
The gunman was inside the school for a fairly long time, more than you care to think about, given the horror that unfolded inside. We're told agents from Customs and Border Protection were the ones that ultimately fired the shots that killed him.
Texas Governor Abbott now revealing the suspect was posting chilling private messages. The first message that he was going to shoot his grandmother.
The second post was, I shot my grandmother. The third post, maybe less than 15 minutes before arriving at the school, was, I'm going to shoot an elementary school.
Outside the school, grief etched on the faces of parents and families waiting for their children. Some never came out. Pedro Adami was one of the lucky ones. He was searching for his niece in the crowd of children being let inside when suddenly they spot one another.
Yes, we got it. It's okay. We're right here. We're right here. Okay? It's okay. We're right here, okay? Hey, we're right here, okay?
17 people were injured in the massacre. 3 children and 1 adult were taken to University Hospital in UT Health San Antonio, where trauma surgeon Dr. Lillian Liao treated them.
When a high-velocity firearm enters a body, it basically creates a wave and a blast. So it looks like a body part got blown up, simply put. And so there's a lot of tissue that's going to go missing that we cannot put back.
Sadly, it was not her first time treating victims of a mass shooting. She was on the front lines when a gunman opened fire inside a church in Sunderland Springs, Texas, killing 26.
The time we responded to Sutherland Springs, I wasn't a mom. And this time I am. I was grateful to be able to go home and hug my children, and also felt a little guilty that I was able to hug my children and that I knew that there were parents who couldn't.
Uvalde is a small Texas town of 16,000 residents, 80 miles west of San Antonio. It's a place where just about everybody knows everybody, connected by blood or proximity.
The family of these, the men who committed this horrible killing has reached out to us, and I will find the time to meet with them.
Tonight, Archbishop Gustavo Garcia Sierra's task is as important and taxing as any here. Make sense of the senseless.
Some political leaders have said the issue is mental health. Others have said it's greater gun control. What say you?
Oh, both of them. There is mental health, and especially after the pandemic, with the war, with the social unrest, isolation, is mental health for sure involved. But we cannot cover up with that. Guns have been in all the situations that we have witnessed in the last years.
There is talk tonight here of Texas tough, both body and soul. And they will need every ounce of it.
Is your faith shaken at all?
No. I am strengthened by a reality, a human reality, a tragic one, and even stronger interiorly to engage with the people and to be for them.
A night when faith matters. ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman has new details on the shooting suspect, and he's here with us right now. Matt, what can you tell us?
Despite what Governor Abbott said earlier tonight, Byron, this buildup to the shooting rampage is littered with warning signs. We have learned that the friend of the accused gunman threatened to kill him. Girls say he aggressively stalked them online. He reportedly posted videos of himself abusing animals on social media, posted pictures of guns. And the real question nagging this community tonight is why it wasn't stopped.
Tonight, investigators say the suspected Texas elementary school shooter bought those two AR-style rifles on two separate days. The first one on May 17th, just a day after his 18th birthday, and the other 3 days later on May 20th. Both rifles purchased just days before the rampage at Oasis Outback, a local sporting goods store. Authorities say the 18-year-old suspect legally purchased those ARs without a license, as well as multiple 30-bullet magazines and at least 375 rounds. The sale of large-capacity magazines and bullets is not regulated in Texas. His grandfather telling me he knew nothing about the weapons.
I didn't know he had weapons or nothing or this or that there. If I would have known, I would have reported him.
You would have reported your own grandson?
Yes, because I'm against all that.
Earlier, officials said the gunman was wearing body armor, but now correcting themselves, saying it was tactical gear, a vest designed to carry ammunition, but not protective plates or fabric. Tonight, Texas Governor Greg Abbott saying the suspect had no known mental health history, insisting that law enforcement had no warnings.
There was no meaningful forewarning of this crime.
But former friends and classmates of the suspect are painting a very different picture. One of a troublemaker who sometimes terrified his peers.
I even remember one time he had scars on his face, and I remember somebody asking him, like, what happened? Are you okay? Because he showed up to school with them, and he just straight out told them, you know, with a smile, I did it myself because I like how it looks.
Tonight, investigators are combing through the suspect's social media history, where he allegedly posted videos of himself abusing animals, as well as photos of guns. His classmate Nathan Romo telling me the suspect had stalked him, even threatened to kill him after he ended their friendship.
In the back of your head, did you think, well, if there was anybody at school who would have done that, it's this kid?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
So there were warning signs?
A little bit.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.